Distraction Training, Stage 1. To help Max with distractions, I'm doing refresh and remind training for distractions. Max has recently become distracted while working and needs a reminder that he can look to me for direction and reassurance. First, I must remember what a German Shepherd was bred for and how they perform their job. A German Shepherd was bred to herd sheep, provide protection, and work with a human handler. In order to do this, they must focus on the object they are herding or guarding while still being aware of where their owner is and what cues are given, be they verbal or hand. Max does not then need to stare at me to be focused on me, but does have to glance at me to re-engage our communication. This training works on Max making the reconnection in a mild distraction location. I have Max on leash outside our fence in front of our home. We have worked here many times, so it is not as highly distracting as it could be. Each time he glances at me, I click. He is curious about what is around him, but he is quickly re-engaging with me. As you can see, his body is relaxed, his ears are up, and he is making eye contact with me. He glances around and then glances back quickly to me. Each glance gets him a click, keeping our rate of reinforcement high. As he gets faster at this, I raise the criteria slightly. I am asking for him to actually look up at my face before I make the click. And then I will slowly raise that criteria again. As he becomes more confident making that eye contact with me, I will then ask him to hold the eye contact for a brief second. If you noticed, I moved holding the treats from in front of me to behind me. It was because Max had started looking at my treat hand more than looking at me. As you can see, he is glancing back at me quite quickly. That time, I waited for him to look at me twice to start engaging a higher level of attention towards my face. And there, the first time I held the click while he looked up at me. And again, he's giving me longer eye contact. And now he's actually offering it faster and faster as he understands that the criteria has been raised, but a reward is still coming. And that brief moment you saw where he looked off in the distance and then decided to look back at me was him thinking about, is that all I'm asking of him? Again, I'm raising his criteria just slightly. 2 longer eye contacts. And then 1 long eye contact, just to keep re-engaging him and keeping his reinforcement rate high. Notice how loose the leash is? It's hanging low and in a J between us. He's not moving around or wandering off. And there, he couldn't find the treat he was looking for, so he checked back in with me for a new treat. Each time he makes eye contact or he glances in my direction, he's getting a reward for ignoring the distractions around us. And now he's chosen to sit closer to me. But now As you notice, the clicks are starting to fade. That is because Max has actually started to tire of this lesson. So it's time to reward him for continued looking at me and call it an end. And with a good rub on the ribs, we head out. Cast: Max as himself, me as myself, narrator, me, producer, GSD Productions, directed by me.